Simon, hello.
Hello.
Vancouver, right? Podcast, episode 3. How's it going?
Great. How are you doing?
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you had a recent experience with a one-off job that's got you
Yeah.
feeling emotions.
Yeah, the emotions it has me feeling are regret and regret.
I love those.
Oh my God.
I want to hear all about it. You've been holding off.
Okay.
You've been saving it for the podcast. So
Are you ready?
I'm so
Should we
excited.
save this for the end? Because I don't, like, maybe we should. We should warm up to this.
Okay.
We should warm up to this.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't just go for the money shot. So, yeah, let's go from, like, worst to best.
Yeah.
So, little thing last night, I was driving back home through the West End, and there was, like, a massive police presence around the corner. Like, you know, in GTA when you're playing and, like, the first star is just, like, one cop after you, and there's, like, I think, how many stars are there? Is it
5 or 6, I think. 6.
6?
Yeah, 6 is like the army.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about, like, the main, like, local police. It's, like, 5, right?
Okay.
And because 6 is when they call in the army. So we were at, like, I would say we were at 3.
Okay.
Like, they had called in those big SUVs where the cops have, like, the assault rifles, where they don't have, like, just guns anymore, and they had helmets and shit.
SWAT.
It was crazy. Yeah, well, like, I guess it was SWAT. And they had the whole corner of that building, but I have no idea what was going on inside.
In GTA, you have to, like, kill a cop to get to the
Yeah.
game. So, yeah. If this is video game rules, there's a cop dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's the end of that. I really have no idea. But if you were in that building, that would be so scary.
Yeah.
Like, you come home and they're just like, oh, just go on upstairs. We've got this. Like, is there a bomb threat?
Am I going to be in a shootout on the stairwell?
But seriously, in real life, what has to happen in order for, it could be a number of things, right? Like, I was thinking maybe it's a drug bust of some sort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a bust.
Yeah.
Because they think, basically, in order for them to have a SWAT team, they have to think that there's somebody armed inside.
Yeah.
Possibly, right? So, drug bust, gang situation of some sort seems likely.
Yeah.
Or just somebody who has, like, a warrant out for their arrest, maybe, and they've come to, like... But anyway, I went to a comedy show last night, and there was a full-on... Well, basically, somebody was at the back of this room. It was at the Astoria, where they do that rent check amateur strip night that we were talking about recently.
Yeah.
So there's a stage, and there's a good 30 people sitting in, like, a little audience area. It's not a big show, but there's a full audience, and the show's going pretty well. And this guy that starts talking on his cell phone in the middle of the show. And that's, like, for comedians, that's, like, the ultimate dick move. That's worse than heckling, because it's just like you're not even respecting that it's, like, a living, breathing event. You know, it's like you're just, like, providing background music or something. So anyway, I was in the audience. I'm not a part of the show, but there's this comedian on stage, and the guy's on his phone at the back. So she addresses, like, are you on your phone at a comedy show? And at first they're just doing it for laughs, right? And kind of like, oh, put her on speakerphone, and it's his girlfriend. But he doesn't get off the phone at the end of the bit.
Right.
He keeps talking on the phone. So then people are like, dude, shut up. Like, turn your phone off. And he's like, no. So then now it's, like, escalating up. And people are this woman gets up to tell him to, like, just go outside. She asks him politely, like, can you go outside? And his response to that is, shut up, cunt.
Oh.
And it is International Women's Day.
Right.
Too.
Sure. I'm sure he was aware of that, and he was
And this
keeping
guy's
that.
some, like, big guy, and the woman's boyfriend, this hipster guy, stands up, because like, if some guy calls your girlfriend a cunt, you've got to do the, hey man, don't talk to her like that thing.
Of course.
And then like, various people now are, like, trying to get this guy gone, and he's like, no, I'm not leaving. Nobody even knew I was on the phone until like, we all knew, man. We can hear you having your dumb conversation. Might I add, his phone is still on speakerphone, so you can hear his girlfriend like embarrassed for her. Like, this is how funny. Like, he's screaming cunt at people, and like that's got to be. And
was he drunk or
no? I don't
just
think
obnoxious?
So. Just incredibly obnoxious. And then this guy, like the owner of, or the person that was running the night, is like, okay, you need to leave right now. And this guy's pretty tough. Like, he spent like I think like 7 years in jail for GTA. So he's about to like knock the guy out. And I'm kind of friends with this guy, so I'm like, or at least acquaintances. So I'm like, dude, you don't want to go back to jail for this. Like, I'm holding him back. And the guy's like kind of doing the thing where like he's leaving, but he has to be tough on his way out. It's like, you guys are all bitches. Like, and the best part is, in one hand, he's still got his girlfriend on speakerphone. And in the other hand, he has a pink Victoria's Secret bag. Because he was obviously just like shopping, probably an apology present for like the last time he beat her or something. Because he just sounds like an awful human being. But so that was interesting.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. At least a heckler is trying to get involved with the show.
They're just clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think that it's all about them.
Yeah.
But this guy just, how do you classify that kind of person?
Yeah.
It's strange. How can you be on your phone talking loudly while somebody's on stage doing a comedy show? Like,
this is just a breed of person that has.
But he could stand up and go somewhere else.
No, for sure. But this is the type of personalities that are coming out now that phones are a huge thing, right? Like,
I mean, these people
they're everywhere.
Phones.
Yeah, but they never had a chance to expose. Like, what would they be talking on otherwise? What would they be doing that's equivalent to that?
Because nobody was on their typewriter at the back of like, sir, get off your type. And
Yeah.
it's like, tuck, tuck, tuck.
Some guy yelling into a payphone. Like, no.
Yeah, because the payphones, they don't put the payphones in the club. There's, yeah,
They're
exactly.
around the corner by the cans or something.
Right.
But
You're so right. As soon as phones existed, people are just like, I can do whatever I want, wherever I want.
there are like hidden personality traits in all of us that are just waiting for some kind of technology to come out and expose them.
So what you're saying is that like in 5 or 10 years, they're going to invent something that's going to prove how big of a douchebag I am.
Well, there's plenty of examples to that already.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
that's
sure.
good to know.
Because, those people exist in movie theaters, too. And, like, any kind of private setting at dinners or whatever.
Right.
There's always some fucker pulling out his phone talking on it.
12 years ago, like when Titanic came out, there was definitely lots of people in the theater at a pivotal moment. They were like, oh, I really want to talk to somebody right now.
Yeah.
There's no way for me to do this.
Their fucking beepers going off.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know. There'll be all sorts of virtual reality faux pas that happen in the next 25 years.
Oh, totally. Like you're at a wedding, but you have your VR set on and like, dude, are you golfing right now?
Men will be furiously masturbating in public with their fucking VR set on.
Could you go to the bathroom?
I'm in the bathroom.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You press a button. Now I'm jerking off to you. That's a whole other can of worms. I mean, I don't know. We're not qualified to really do the VR bit.
No. Well, nobody is.
Not that we've ever really taken that into account before.
What are we qualified to do?
Let's not think about that, because that will just be...
I know what you're qualified.
I'll tell you what I'm qualified to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
What a
last
segue.
time, what do you know about this so far? What have I told you? Because that's important.
Time we did this, you told me that you had gotten a job offer for to go to a mall dressed as a guard from the Hunger Games and stand at the mall for 8 hours. And you'd said one of the requirements from the ad was must be handsome. Right? Or must be attractive.
Yeah, I think they took that bullet point off from last time we checked. I think it's just I had to meet a height restriction.
Anyways,
but that's going to come into the story later anyway, and you're going to see that the height really didn't. Anyway, so this is what I get a couple days before the event, and I was going to let you know. I was going to call you and tell you about this, but I wanted to do it on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Because I really don't have a lot of content for this podcast. Okay, so I get an email from the company. And what do you think a company like this would be called? Just like a really douchey kind of like
Universal
smile.
Media Enterprises.
No, that sounds too professional.
Okay.
Go for something that they're trying to be like, sound like, oh, we're just your
I don't
friends.
know.
We're just
I don't know.
cheerful peeps.
That's fucking insane. You just made that up. Cheerful Peeps.
I'm not going to make any of this up. And you can check after.
Should you even be saying their name? Like, are we going to get sued for this?
Yeah, because all the listeners.
They're going to listen. Hey, man. Yeah, I don't know.
It's perfect either way, because if we have no listeners, we're not making money off this podcast, so I can talk about whatever we want. And then if there's enough listeners that this gets out, I don't need to work anymore.
There you go.
Because we'll have those
Libel
razor
forget it.
blade sponsorships and...
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Dollar Shave
and
Club.
because I work for them, I am a cheerful peep. So the beginning of the email is, welcome, cheerful peeps. We're working with a creative agency called Spoke, doing a live activation. Not like presentation, activation.
That's like what Scientologists say when they
Yeah.
recruit new people.
To add excitement, the release of the latest E1 film DVD, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Part 1. This email has all the info you'll need. Please print it and keep it handy. Please confirm with the secret phrase below. So after reading this, I have to text, as you will, just to make sure that I'm a cheerful peep.
Yeah.
I have to I have to text them a... As with many bits, I've started this and now I really don't want to do this anymore, but I've committed. I can't
Why
stop
don't you
doing
want to do
this.
it?
Oh, you're going to see why. Okay, what do you think?
Oh.
Just take a little guess. What do you think the secret phrase that I had to text to confirm that I was a cheerful peep and ready and willing to do this?
I'm excited.
Oh, you're so naive.
Oh,
You
fuck,
see,
I'm
really?
so naive.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Oh, you're going to find out.
Yep.
Okay, so on arrival, find your Cheerful Peeps brand ambassador. Specific locations in each mall attached.
This is such marketing, douchiness.
When you are in full wardrobe, have the brand ambassador text or email Jackie a cell phone photo of you showing wardrobe in an appropriate character pose to prove that you were there. Just like a nice... I'm in character now.
Guard pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Your job, guards. Your job is to make the Hunger Games feel like a scary police state. Okay.
Whoa.
Well,
Okay, cool.
That sounds official.
Yeah.
Great.
So this was a cool job.
The guards are a strict, disciplined military presence, intimidating, strong.
Okay.
Stay in character at all times. Serious, mute, focused. Absolutely no talking. I think that's what mute means. But
Yeah.
Smiling or laughing when any members of the public can see you. Always stand up very straight. Feet shoulder width apart. Hands behind back. Chin up. Eyes straight ahead. Face serious. Like a soldier. See attached photo. There's a photo of a soldier. Because a lot of people don't know what a
Right.
soldier looks like.
Yeah.
So, walk with excellent posture. Stiff, strong athletic stride to and from your break area.
And always say Sig Heil.
So, yeah, when I'm done in the middle of this humiliating public display and I'm walking to my break through a busy mall with potentially many people I haven't seen in years, from high school that are just wondering what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah.
I can't just take off my heavy, uncomfortable, sweaty helmet and walk like a human being. I have to march in character.
Oh my God.
Please do not speak. Stay mute even if the media or public speak to you directly.
This is Nazism.
You can respond with short yes or no nods if asked questions, but let people take photos with you. It's almost as though they're just stripping you of all... Yeah, this is exactly like some sort of boot camp, you know?
I understand that the character is sort of like a Nazi character, but even beyond that, what they're telling
Yeah.
you is
It's pretty meta.
yeah, it's extremely meta. And I'm also having visions of you with a fucking plate of wonderful wok shitty Chinese food in the mall
Yeah.
food court.
Oh, I ate my lunch at TNT, which is a story in and of itself. So... So yeah, if that sounds miserable and unpleasant to you, just listen to what I was wearing.
Oh yeah.
Bring black work boots, white shirt, socks, and light pants long johns for under the costume. You will be wearing a white jumpsuit. You will be wearing a heavy helmet. Mm-hmm. And okay, so let's go on. Let's go on here. No smoking in costume. Well, that's I was planning on smoking. I mean, Jesus.
At the mall entrance.
Are you ready for the phrase that I had to text?
I'm so ready.
Please text the phrase, "My name is Alex and I'm hungry."
What? Oh my god! Because it's the Hunger Games?
Am I a child?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that to a child. You'd have more respect because you'd be trying to like endow them with dignity.
Why not just like a number code?
Yeah.
Like, they want you to be excited and ready and
But at the same time, they need to make sure that I'm submissive enough that I'll do all these things.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Guard success tracking. Your job is to add to the scary, ominous, professional atmosphere of this event. Always be in character in the way you stand and move. People will likely try to distract you and photograph you. Be very focused and serious. Important info for all peeps. Representatives from HMV or mystery shoppers may come to see the promo. Your job is to always be in character. Please maintain polite, appropriate language and behavior at all times. Our vibe is friendly, fun, professional, and of course, cheerful.
Yeah. They stripped you of spirit early on. Just made sure that
Totally.
you were
well, that's what they do in armies, right?
core.
They need to make sure that you're operating as a... Wow. Okay, what's going on?
So give me they described it as a white jumpsuit and a heavy helmet. Why don't you tell me what it really was?
No, I haven't really gotten everything out of this that I need.
Okay.
Before I move on, I need to... There's one other thing from this that... Oh, this is important. They have this in bold. Please do not complain about anything to anyone, even in jest. They want to nip any of those, like, do I need to do this? I think I'm a human being. I can just leave by my own free will. Any concerns can be texted or emailed to me at Cheerful Peeps. Yeah, I think that's really the best way to deal with any suffering is to tell the person that's orchestrated the suffering, hey, can we...
They've already made sure that you won't be able to use your phone anyways. So even if you have a fucking complaint, you gotta wait till the end of the shift.
All right. Do you have any questions at this point, or let's go to? So
I just want to know how you're feeling when you finished reading this email.
Well, very alone because I knew that. I think I knew in my heart that I was going to end up having to do this.
Yeah.
Because I needed the money. Yeah. And I felt very similar to probably like a girl in LA who's like in the room and the porn's about to start, and the guy's about to come in, and like she's trying to get, but at least in that case, you're gonna have you're gonna have sex. This is just like, I would have rather done porn.
Yeah, it's like getting ready for a porn shoot, and then you find out like, oh, we're just gonna do a little choking today, okay?
Yeah,
and you weren't really ready, but the money's so good. Yeah.
$600. Okay,
yeah.
That's great. Thanks for really making that analogy stick.
Yeah. You're gonna get choked with a cock today.
2 Girls, 1 Cup is the title of the porn we're about to do. Oh, okay.
The remake.
Yeah, we're gonna send you an email that has all the details. $6,000. Okay.
We're gonna spoon feed you some shit, and if you have any complaints, just text me. Don't say it, okay?
Yeah. Oh god. Stay in character. It's important to really like the shit.
Yeah. Here at Cheerful Peeps.
Don't complain to everyone.
Yuck. Oh, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Well. I felt awful. I was like, oh, am I gonna do this? Am I not gonna do this? And I was really bouncing back and forth a lot. Like, okay, I'm not going to do it. Like, I respect myself as a human being. I'm not going to do it. And for sure, like, committing to that. And then, like, 5 minutes later, being like, okay, well, I have to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Before you got the email, you had at least some hopes that this wouldn't be completely
exactly
humiliating.
I was so delusional. I was thinking like, girls love the Hunger Games, and I'm gonna be dressed in like a great costume. This is sad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be dressed in
this is great.
a great costume.
I love this.
And be like girls that I normally like wouldn't probably talk to. They're like 18, 19, kind of like bubbly girls I don't have a lot of common with, but they'll want to take pictures with me. Like, and
cosplay's cool these days, man.
totally,
Yeah.
totally. Probably gonna just have a lot of great. Yeah. So that really and I think that this email really was designed to make sure that I didn't have any of that confidence going into this job, because then I might leave, or I might. They wanted a moving statue.
They know exactly how awful this is.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that you're subservient enough to do it.
Right.
And that makes it even creepier because they know how fucking humiliating it is.
And the tone that they're using in the email, the hey, and just do that tone, not so present when you talk to them on the phone, because I had to call to give my like tax information or whatever, and they're like, just so you know, this isn't the most stimulating job, so it's like, yeah, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
And that's such like...
She's probably getting the emails from her supervisor, like, hey, make sure when you send out the emails to the guards that you convey to them how, like, it's all... There's some fucking head cheerful peep somewhere in Toronto who's the grand wizard of this bullshit.
Yes.
And he's just handing down the cheerful pain.
God. Oh my God.
We haven't even got to the job yet. Do you realize?
Yeah.
This is all just psychological
It's okay.
preparation.
It's amazing how like phony and marketing-y it is, if that makes sense. Like how
No one would enjoy this.
It is. Yeah.
Yes, it's not.
It's like talking to a PR person. Like just that their whole job is to just
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
Frame things in a way that make you like see things differently, but still not be happy about it.
Oh man, I don't know. If they were just being like real about this, like, hey, we know this job. How great would that be if we lived in a world where it's like, look, this job kind of sucks. But see, they can't do that.
They can't.
Because then I'd joke about it, right? I'd be there and I'd be like, okay, these people get what's up. We're all just gonna have like a nice subversive, ironic. I'll take the helmet off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No.
Like, I'll be eating. Yeah.
They need you to be the best guard that you can be.
Right.
So.
And they know that even that's gonna be shit.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna get. This is my theory about this. I was talking about this with my girlfriend. Is that like, they know that whatever email they send me, they're gonna get 60% back in terms of results. Mm-hmm. So they need to make the email like 160%, right? Like the most professional, soulless, robotic servant, and then like they'll get what they need because I'm still gonna strip away like a lot of stuff and not do it. Okay, so I go to Metrotown. I end up doing the job. That text,
Was it
by the way,
Metrotown?
Metrotown, which is the worst mall.
Wow.
The worst mall.
That's like the busiest mall in Vancouver. Like,
yes.
with like the youngest demographic too.
And the meanest people. Okay, so I need to put on shorts. It's too hot.
Okay. Oh my God.
My rage is also.
It's Berlin.
Yeah. Burley?
Yeah.
Burley.
Like boiling.
Oh, boy.
You never heard someone say like turlet?
No.
Turlet?
No, I never heard anyone say that.
Or Earl? Oh.
Oh, this is much better. The text, my name is Alex and I am hungry, was the hardest text I've ever had to send in my life.
Like you had to take a snapshot of yourself in it and then send it?
No.
Oh.
That was you have to take a picture when you arrive at the job. Because that's the moment that I sold my soul, right? That's the moment that I became
You're
a cheerful
committing.
peep.
You're committing to the...
And they didn't even send anything back. Like, we got the text. As soon as they get that, they know.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be there.
You've been willingly brainwashed.
Right.
Just...
Oh, God.
Yeah. And so you were... Fuck, what were you saying?
So I get to Metrotown. And it's not like... See, I knew that this was done in part with HMV. So I imagine that I would be like in the store, you know? So at least I'd be somewhat sheltered from just like the Shibuya crossingness of Metro, where it's just like every single known person rushing at you at once. And I was so wrong, because it wasn't in HMV.
No.
It was in the Grand Atrium, like the court,
God.
the central crossing, if you will, that brings the most traffic.
Oh no.
And there was a big it's basically, so let's talk about what actually the promotion was. It was a vending machine. Imagine, if you will, a large Hunger Games vending machine where people could line up, and there would be a guard on either side of the vending machine. And people would line up, and when they got to the front, they would tweet to the vending machine, kind of thing, and it would recognize their tweet, and then it would dispense one of three things: a $2 off coupon for the Hunger Games DVD Blu-ray digital copy combo,
Right.
a $3 off coupon,
Fuck yeah.
and this is like $30, so or the free DVD Blu-ray combo. And yeah, and then a guard on either side. Now, so I get there, and for a split second, I was like, I don't have to do this. I still don't have to do this. She doesn't know who I am. I'm standing in front. There was like the person there from the Cheerful Peeps, the representative, and I was like, I could just walk away. Just walk away. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I don't need to. Hi, I'm out. That's it's just like it's like my body was just doing.
Yeah.
I was an autopilot.
The money
The money.
propelled you.
Oh God, the money. People do the dumbest things for money.
There's been worse done.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
Anyways.
But it's all in proportion to how badly you need the money. Do you understand? Like I sold out for this, but that's just how badly I need the money. If I was starving, this totally proves I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I'll kill a man,
Yep.
kidnap a baby.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I don't even need the money.
Yeah. So anyway, I show up and they're like, "Hey, welcome. Go get changed." So I go get changed. Now let me describe you the costume. Have you seen the Hunger Games?
No.
Have you seen the guards?
No.
It's a sleek white jumpsuit that fits nicely with black work boots and kind of like a cool futuristic bulletproof vest, essentially, on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, right? And then like a kind of a light but sturdy black helmet with a visor at the front. It looks ominous. It gets the job done. It look kind of like a riot cop.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like-
not fully enclosed face.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Not fully enclosed face is very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you can't even scowl behind this, like.
What I was given was, and keep in mind that they said that you had to be 6'2" or over, so they know you're going to be tall. I got a white jumpsuit that I would say was designed for maybe your height.
No.
Maybe
I'm incredibly short.
They fit big,
Okay.
right? So it would have comfortably fit you with a bit to spare.
No.
It was the space between my crotch and shoulders wasn't long enough for me to stand up tall. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My orders were to stand tall, but as soon as I got to here, there was no more slack.
Yeah.
So essentially, for me to stand up straight, I had to wedgie myself with the jumper.
Oh no.
It was so uncomfortable. Like so I oscillated between having a wedgie and having really bad posture, which hurt my back.
I would have left at this point. I
Well-
would have left.
Okay, I'm not done with the costume.
Okay.
I had to wear a white turtleneck. Do you know how stupid a white turtleneck looks?
Yeah.
Do you know how hot and uncomfortable a white long sleeve turtleneck is? Who wears that even in like real life? Who's that for?
Nobody would ever.
Pedophiles.
Yeah. Pedophiles.
So at this point, I look like a hybrid of the rejected member of the Beastie Boys from the Intergalactic music video and a pedophile.
Yeah.
And then the futuristic bulletproof vest is, again, way too small, doesn't fit. And it's just from like Canadian Tire, it's just like a goalie's, like, you know when people play street hockey? That thing?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I need to text RJ right now and
He needs to send me the pictures.
and get the and get, oh God. You know, we'll do this later.
As soon as I tried to stand up and I was getting like a wedgie, no, it's coming off. I go, sorry, it doesn't fit. I'd leave.
God, why didn't I do that?
I go, no, I'm not. It's not uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I gotta leave. Sorry, it doesn't fit. The thing doesn't fit.
God. Oh God, and the helmet was a motorcycle helmet. A fully enclosed motorcycle helmet with the padding missing.
Oh no!
So it was cutting in my face, like it was scratchy
screws and shit.
Screws. There was a screw in my ear.
No.
Yes. I was so uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Like, oh God, it was horrible. So I'm marching out and I'm walking. Now, the distance from the bathroom to the actual event is very far. I don't know. The Metrotown bathrooms are sparse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of stores. So I'm walking back. And oh God, was it ever humiliating. So we get to the display, and there's already a lot of people queuing up. And I had imagined that, you know, there'd be a lot of babes just like coming up. And I described to you my hopes earlier.
Yes.
But what I found is that people, they really don't like those characters from the Hunger Games.
No.
People are they like those movies.
Yeah.
But they don't like those characters. Apparently, I haven't seen the movies, but those characters are not very nice.
Wow.
So
okay.
they were directing all the rage they felt as fans towards me, but on like a real level.
Oh.
If you will.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what are some quotes?
Like, you know, you suck. Like throwing just. So anyway, so I get there, and then like, well, at least there's gonna be another guy here with me, right? We'll be able to like kind of go. She's like, the other guy's actually in an audition. He called. He's gonna be. We're gonna give him like an hour and a half. So it's gonna be you for a while. So, just stand there, you know. So I couldn't go to the bath. I couldn't do anything. I had to just be me. And within about 45 minutes, like the first half an hour wasn't that bad. I kind of felt like a sweet spot where I wasn't too slouched and I wasn't too, and I was just kind of like, but at 45 minutes, it hurt so badly. It was just terrible.
Your back or like
My
your crotch?
feet.
Oh.
Everything just hurt. It was just, I was standing in work boots, like black work boots, and there was no give on the ground. Like it was just, and
people are slinging insults at you.
Oh, it was awful.
Did you have to like show them how to use the machine and shit?
No,
too?
that was somebody else.
So you're just standing there.
You know, like the only thing that made it better was that many other people were as miserable as me. Let's go through this one by one. Let's look at the fans. Mm-hmm. So they have to wait in line for a long period of time to get to this goofy apparatus to get a 1 in 3 chance essentially to win so either they get this Blu-ray combo thing, which they really want, which is like $30, which for them is a great thing for free, or they get a $2 voucher for it, and then they have to go upstairs and buy it, which sucks.
It would be even less than 1 in 3 because the number of combo packs in the machine is probably far less.
I'm being generous.
Yeah,
but it wasn't so few that like you wouldn't see other people winning it. So like when it came to be like you were 5 from the front, definitely like 2 of the people in front of you would win the Blu-ray.
Whoa.
Like there was quite a few of them going out, and the look on people's faces when they waited for like 45 minutes and then got a $2 and had to feign like, oh thanks, was priceless. So that did like there was a bit of a smirk in my face watching other people. I'm a Hitler Youth.
Yeah,
a miserable, soulless person that takes pride and takes pleasure in the pain of other people. And then the representatives themselves were dealing with the most enormous bitch from Metrotown. Just this fat, cackling, mean person that would came and harass. They go, you guys have boxes behind the vending machine? We need to get those out of here stat. She loved the word stat.
Yeah.
She'd be like, just like, make sure you confirm with me when they're gone, okay? Get them out of here stat. And then people will be like, well, we don't have anywhere to... Do you have a room for us to store them in? And she'd be like, well, that's your responsibility. So really nobody was happy.
Yeah.
And of course, the Wi-Fi stupid box on the thing doesn't work after like 10 minutes of this. And the lineup is just building and building.
Yeah.
And then the other guy shows up. And I'm ready to kill this dude. Like, I was having fantasies that when he'd arrive, and he'd go, hey, man, I'm the other... I would just headbutt him as hard as I could with this thing. Like, but he gets there, and... Okay, so this guy... Let me explain what this guy was. He was like a background performer who had done a lot of work, and he was taking this job like... He was in character, man.
He was serious.
Oh, he was serious.
Okay.
So there was no more slouching for me, because he's like standing at attention, and we were supposed to be allowed to take a 15-minute break every 45 minutes. And yet this guy, he wanted...
He's a method actor.
He was late.
Okay.
He didn't need a break, you know? Because I couldn't take a break until he took his break. So I'd go over to him and I'd be like, Hans. His name is Hans.
Oh, no.
Hans
the method actor.
Can you take your break, please? Because I need to take my break.
Yeah.
And he'd go, oh, I'm probably going to, just push through, do a couple more hours here. I'm a background performer. I do like 7 hours on my feet at a time. So I'd be like, do you want to die today, Hans? Because like I might crush your head with this vending machine. I was just...
What did you actually say to him? Like,
all right, I'll go
like,
stand here for 2 hours with you.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such... Like, if you can stand for another 3 hours, why wouldn't you just be like, yeah, okay, dude, we can go take a break now? Like, why would
Just take the break.
Yeah, just take it.
Just take it.
Why? It doesn't matter either way.
You're not... maybe he thought he was going to get a job in the Hunger Games if he did a good enough job. Like,
Yeah. Fuck. That's so infuriating.
Oh, it was... so anyway, I take my break and I go to TNT and have probably one of the most disgusting Chinese meals of my life.
Okay.
If you love Chinese food, I'll tell you where you shouldn't buy it. TNT cafeteria at Metrotown. They gave me a complimentary soup. No charge. I didn't even ask for it.
Oh.
Like they were like, oh, this guy, maybe he'll want a nice soup. This soup, Simon... It was the culinary equivalent of the job I was doing. It looked like somebody cleaned out their carburetor and made an infusion out of everything that was stuck in it.
They just gave the white guy dishwater to see if he would eat it. Yeah.
I seriously think they did.
Yeah.
Like I smelled it. It did not smell like food. And it looked so sickening. Oh, it was gross.
You know that like trap in the sinkhole where they collect all the like shitty food
that's
scraps?
what I'm trying to say.
Dishwater? They just dumped that in.
I think they punked me.
You got punked.
Yeah. So then I went back and I finished my shift. It was horrible.
I can't believe you stood there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
In a fucking jumpsuit that didn't fit.
It was bad, man.
I wouldn't... There's no way.
Yeah.
Good for you, but like, fuck. There's no chance.
Yeah.
There's no fucking chance.
I mean, that's just the difference between you and me. Like...
Yeah, I have character and I'm, stand up for myself.
Yeah, but if it was two of you on this podcast, this is what this would have been like. Hey, these guys wanted me to do this really bad job. Did you do it? No.
Yeah, well, I'm thankful that you're here.
Nothing.
You humiliate yourself.
Nothing. So that's life in Vancouver for a talentless, penniless podcaster who needs to do jobs on the side.
Yeah.
You might become a Hitler Youth in Metrotown. And I saw somebody from my high school.
But you had the helmet on, so they didn't recognize you.
There was a double visor, so this is when I was walking, I quickly pressed the button to have like the next one flip down, so I couldn't be identified. She just looked really happy. She had one of those like satchels holding her like baby. She just had a baby, obviously.
Yeah.
But she looked great. And she had it like slung over her shoulder, and then also was pushing a baby. So she's like married with like 2 kids, and she's just really elegant.
You had the opportunity to kidnap the babies and get the ransom right there.
I mean,
she's glowing from her recent pregnancies. Mm-hmm. And your fucking bulge is poking out from this XL or XS fucking.
I almost got an
jumpsuit.
erection at one point. When I get really uncomfortable and stressed.
Oh no! You pop one?
And there were some babes walking around, and
my fuck!
I had to look at like the ugliest people I could find, because it would have been I mean, there was just a thin jumpsuit and a long white turtleneck. Somebody would have filmed it too. Did you realize how funny that would be? A Hunger Games promotional guard with an erection.
Oh my god.
My life could have been over.
God. Oh, I wish that happened.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what this podcast would be like if you had gotten an erection?
I mean, there's only so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find that edge and jump off it.
Yikes.
God.
And that was pretty much that. I mean, I finished the job and I looked at the abyss that used to hold my dignity and self-respect, and
Yeah, and you looked at your check that you didn't have and still don't have?
I haven't been paid yet.
Yeah.
I sent my invoice. They haven't gotten back to me.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
there is a chance. And
Oh, man.
from a company that would send that kind of an email, I wouldn't be surprised if I never get paid.
How fucked would that be?
I mean, whew.
The
Let me just check my email again.
the shame. The shame and anger.
Dude, if I did that pro bono,
Just goodwill.
oh my god.
Oh, man.
And the irony too that I hate the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you had Hans, the fucking guy who wanted to be the next Daniel Day-Lewis there, like fucking showing you up at every turn.
Yeah.
God.
He would at one point, like there was people on either side, and and he was like, when I went on my break, he went over to my side because my side had a couple more people asking questions, and he was actually breaking character a little bit. Like he would talk to people through the mask and like tell them like how things worked if they had any questions, and then so we got back and we switched sides again, and then I was kind of like struggling with people, and he came over and he gave me a little, when I was on this side, things were running pretty smoothly. I'm just joking, buddy.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh. He felt so much better than you.
Yeah.
Like he was so superior to you in that moment. Like the well of
Yeah.
self-respect that he had,
Oh,
and
by the way, there was one part where we both took off our helmets. The helmet that they gave him was padded on the inside.
of course it was.
Yeah.
Did his jumpsuit fit?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
They don't want to give him too much freedom.
No.
Like, I swear to God, they see how far they can go, and they feel you out in the phone interview, I think, and they tailor those uniforms to control you. Like, I bet for him, they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, he still needs the small jumpsuit, but pad his helmet a little bit. He's going to go. But this Alex guy, can you actually add screws to the inside?
Yeah, they're just no reason for these screws. Oh, that's horrible.
But that's life, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's life.
Yep. You've felt the greasy foot of the man stepping right in your mouth, and you sucked willingly and cleaned that foot off. Good for you.
Yeah. Probably tasted better than the soup they serve at that market. So what's new with you, man?
Oh, I have nothing to compare to that. Like, what am I going to do? A news story now? Like,
What's happening in the rest of Vancouver? See, this is just like...
oh, that's funny.
This place is our home is full of stories like that everywhere.
Yeah.
That was one man's day.
Wait, was there like a Katniss too, or no?
No, there was no... This is my other thing, right? Oh, I'm going to make a friend with some like hot female Katniss impersonator, you know? No, it was a bridge troll, man.
There was the fucking Metrotown representative yelling about boxes and
Oh,
shit.
well, there was... The one in the morning was... look, I mean, I don't want to be mean. She
was a fat pig.
And then I finished my shift, but Hans stays a little later to make up for because he was late.
Yeah.
And the girl comes to, and I'm leaving at this point, and the girl that comes to replace the aforementioned
Oinker?
was hot.
No!
Yeah.
She was fucking.
And she was loving Hans's because he was helping her out. Like sometimes it would dispense it, and he would reach in and get the. Man,
Hans got fucked that night. He got.
I bet he got that audition too.
Yeah, he did.
He was telling me about it. He was like, "Yeah, it's for like this one of those roles where they don't tell you what it is. Like it's top secret. You don't even know what you're auditioning for.
Oh shit!
It could be some like big pilot, or wouldn't it be great if like I had to look at him on some like HBO show? Like serious, like you can really tell.
True
That's
Detective.
the professionalism that he brought to the to the guard costume.
He's gonna be the villain on True Detective. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
Oh Hans, I'm so happy that all that awful shit happened to you.
What are you wearing today? You look like a mechanic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it one? Does it go together? The top part and the bottom part?
No.
The pants and
no,
the dickies.
these are completely
I like
unrelated.
You look like you could be coming from work or going to work.
It's my inner desire to be a working class man when in real life I'm a pansy.
Yeah.
And a little weenie. So.
And pretty lazy.
And extremely lazy.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't think I've ever asked you to do something regarding the podcast or anything where it's been like, yeah. There's always this hesitation in your voice where you factor in like how much work you'll have to do to get to the SkyTrain.
That's not true.
And then you go. Yeah.
That's not true. I'm factoring in other things.
Yeah.
But I am extremely lazy. That is
No,
true.
you've been pretty good at coming here.
Yeah.
That's not true. I mean, you do have a lazy vibe about you though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't
low energy.
I feel like if I asked you to go to the grocery grind tomorrow, like
no, I actually
you wouldn't do it.
I do. I actually do a lot of physical activity.
Oh, you do it.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
then you're not lazy.
Yeah. But
You're
I'm lazy.
We've got you all wrong.
Yeah. It's a weird laziness, like certain
It's more of a selfish laziness.
extremely selfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
yeah.
It's not so much sloth as it is like a righteous sweateriness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. No, because like I get up at really early and I go to the gym every day and you know I go hiking.
But that's for you.
That is for me. It's all to make me feel good.
Yeah.
So.
And this podcast, it's something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah. So what is something that like you would be lazy about?
Fuck. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of the time, like before I come here, I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out. Like, I gotta move.
This is what I'm
I gotta
saying.
do something. No, but like I'm always really happy when I do it, you know. So
Yeah.
I know that like I'm just moving and like having obligations and stuff is
Yeah.
like.
No, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I really am. When I
Yeah.
and the really amazing thing is that as my life becomes easier and easier and I cut more and more corners, I don't reach a point where it's like, okay, thank God, this is the bar that I've been trying to reach, where it's like now I'm almost doing nothing at all. So I don't need to be lazy anymore.
Yeah.
The bar just sinks lower.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, but now, I don't even have a washing machine in my apartment. And when I have to clean my clothes, I have to walk down this. I take my elevator 2 floors down and back up.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. I think I'll play the same video game for weeks because I don't want to press eject. I don't want to press eject. And I know that if I eject it, I'll have to take it out and put it in a case. Do you know the effort it takes to open one of those clicky cases?
It's next to nothing.
But it's something.
Yes.
But I'll go and skateboard
Yeah.
for 8 hours straight because I really want to, learn my next trick.
Yeah, like if I saw you take out a DVD or something and lay it on top of a case, I would judge you instantly. And yet at home, there's a little stack of uncased DVDs and video games. Yeah.
Your personality type, it's very much like when I read fantasy books and stuff, you're not a king or like a baron or a royal. Like you're not
Certainly not.
You're not royalty because you don't have enough power.
Yeah.
And you don't seem brave or seem to have any sort of like sense of duty or real like importance that you need to create a legacy for yourself.
No.
You seem like one of the rich merchants
Fuck yeah.
who like uses his position to like get what he wants, but like as soon as the plot requires him to do something important to advance the story, it's always the like, oh, we're stuck in like the river city and like Simonus is preventing us from going through, and they need to like kill you or something just to get you out of the way because you're like too busy, I don't know, weaving silk into like a more comfortable cape or something.
Drinking wine. And,
yeah. And you'd hire an assassin to kill them, but you wouldn't be involved in the fight at all.
Yeah.
It would just be like a poisoned arrow sent by one of your henchmen.
I'd be yelling at my henchman while I'm eating a chicken leg. Like, yeah. No, yeah. Can't argue with
I love how I just did a 30-minute story that puts me among pedophiles and just the scum of the earth. Mm-hmm. And then this is another part of your personality. And then when it flips to criticizing you for jokes, you're like, now, hey, that's not exactly true. Let's like,
true.
Let's get this right. There's a lot of great things about me. I go on a lot of hikes.
Yeah. I'm like I'm stuck in the bit and then also in reality going, well, no, that's not true. Hey, yeah. I can't
you
commit.
You couldn't let me have...
No, I can't commit to either one.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I got to work on that.
Oh, you won't.
I won't at all.
Way too lazy.
No.
I think I've actually addressed this point before.
Uh-huh.
And you have no memory of it.
I have none.
No.
Have you really? Huh.
Okay. Let's
But also you were kind of making fun of yourself too in that story, like willingly. And setting it up.
I don't think that makes it any less embarrassing.
Not at all. No, it's just it makes it different from me setting up a story and embarrassing myself. Well, I don't. Yeah, no.
Oh, you don't have any?
No, I don't. No.
It seems like that every week.
Well, Alex. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Is that a brass neck brewery?
Yeah.
Dude? Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, man.
Did you buy it from the store?